Hi everybody, I'm Sarah. I'm the Real Simple Mama. I'm going to be looking at you for this video today because I want to talk about our matriarch, Calypso, my hen who has passed away. Thank you for being here, everybody. I'll have some random educational things and some random just observations and things as we dealt with. It was a first for us in Jurasschic Park. And so this is going to be about Calypso, my black sex-link hen who is almost 5, who did pass away yesterday. We have like commentary going on here with our new girls. You see my Java hens? So this video, I'm going to try to make it not very long and not super winding, but certainly this is not going to be one of those really educational, let's talk about this focused topic. So Calypso had a really special place in my heart for a lot of reasons. Number one, she is the last of my original little chicks that I brought home in a box from Tractor Supply. You know, raise your hand if you relate to that. And that was very much when I'm the type of person, if you can't tell, who's very type A. And I did a ton of research and everything before having chickens, but it's like learning how to drive or having your first classroom full of kids or having your first baby. There's only so much reading and research you can do before it's like, now you just have to do it and you just have to try and learn from experience. So poor Calypso was part of those original 6 where it was like, what the hell am I doing? And, you know, I got her as a little baby when she was like 3 days old in my hand, you know, like a little fluff ball. And from the beginning, Calypso was very independent, very standoffish, almost kind of, there are terms for people who are like that, you know, but she was just very independent, not at all the flock mentality, like I'm going to, I have to stay with everybody else and we have to protect each other and we have to stay together. She was the one who was off exploring and wandering off by herself, kind of just didn't care. So what ended up happening with her in mid-November, she had been dealing with, she's the chicken, by the way, if you've watched my other videos, that she was having what we thought was water belly. We thought she was egg bound, and then she had a problem with a leg, and then that leg healed, and then there was another problem. So she's been kind of like chronically problematic for the last like 6 months or so. And because she had a leg injury that wasn't healing, she was out here with the rest of the flock, eating, drinking, complaining to me, acting like she had good energy and like she wanted to live, but she just wasn't really moving around a lot. A flesh wound on her back, like she got torn open. And so I kept her in that brooder cage, as you can see in a couple of those other videos. And she recuperated in the sense that the wound healed, you know, it scabbed over and it healed. She was eating like crazy, pooping like crazy, but her just staying in that brooder pen where she couldn't really stand up and walk around, it wasn't really conducive to her getting strong again. And so I brought her out yesterday to sit out. You know, I'm cleaning her out multiple times a day. I'm checking on her. I had kind of made the decision after I had been dealing with her in that thing for like 2.5, 3 weeks, because we also had, you know, new chickens that we had gotten that we were integrating in. We're also dealing with the kids going back to school and with diabetes and a whole bunch of other stuff. So even though it may sound selfish, I had to be honest with myself. I had to be realistic, and I had to say, look, if she's never going to walk again, I need to be prepared to put her out of her misery, because this is not a life, her living in this box. So I brought her out yesterday. I carried her out, you know, and she was kind of like, what's going on? And I sat out here in my chair with her in my lap, and I have my 3 new girls. You saw them a second ago. They're out. They've integrated perfectly. You hear it's nice and quiet and peaceful. Like, they're doing really, really well. And they immediately, I don't know if they sensed death, as morbid as that may sound. There's so much with chickens and their behavior and their like chicken psychology that I think is just fascinating. But everybody came up, and it wasn't like, oh, what's this? You know, mama hen or like the rooster has something. They were like very interested, but in an aggressive way. Like, I hadn't seen that behavior. Even my 3 new hens, who they've never met Calypso before. And the question that we'll never know the answer to is, were they acting that way because they could sense that she was pretty much dying? Or was it, this is a new chicken we haven't seen before, we haven't seen in a few weeks? I will never know. So I had her in my lap, and I was trying to see, like, is she trying to stand up? You know, when you're holding a chicken and they don't want to be held, they'll try to, like, you know, hop off your lap. So I was kind of like, come on, Cal, like, I want you to show me that you can walk, that you can come back to the flock, basically. And so I had her in my lap, and I put her down on the ground to see if she would be able to try and walk. I was hoping maybe that her having that time to let the wounds heal. Maybe that the leg had healed itself from her not having to be on it. And I put her down on the ground. Everyone was obviously not happy about her being here. They were trying to go at her. Nobody got to her. Nobody was able to hurt her or anything, but just the energy and like, I don't know, it was a crazy situation. I've never experienced it. And she seized up and she passed away in my arms. So it was a sad thing. Of course, I cried for a long time. I've saved some of her feathers. We've disposed of her body, but I do not regret what happened. Oh, there's a little thing. I do not regret what happened. It was not sustainable for her to live like that. It wasn't fair to her, and it wasn't fair to me, as selfish as that may sound, with everything else that we're trying to deal with this season, with all of the other things going on. So I have learned how to do a couple of other things. I've learned how to cull a bird, how to break their neck. I didn't do it with Calypso. She passed on her own, but I learned how to do that. I was plucking feathers, so that was an experience that now you just kind of have to feel it and get kind of used to it. So and then of course we disposed of her body in like a sanitary way. But I just wanted to let everybody know that Calypso did pass away, because it was, you know, it was very emotional. It's been a difficult few weeks trying to help her and dealing with the new chickens. There's been a lot of other things going on with our family as well, which will be okay long term, but you know how it is when everything hits the fan at once. So I'm grateful to all of you who have given love to Cal and talked about how just how much you care about her, and you just pay attention and you've kind of followed everything that's gone on. So I wanted to be here for everybody and let you know. And now we do officially have 8 again. They're all integrated together. They're all running around, and they're going to go to bed soon. So there'll be more content here through the end of 2021. That's the year, right? 2021, not only here on the YouTube channel, but I'm also starting to take some of the more popular articles or the more popular videos that are here on YouTube, like the non-invasive bumblefoot treatment, which I'm still helping people. Here's my email address. But I'm going to be writing that content up and having it on the website so you can read it instead. But just say little thoughts for Calypso and for all of our other pets that are, you know, waiting for us up in heaven. Thanks for watching.